Hello, welcome to my ITSL game versus Vojtěce Krsek. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. He had a little emergency, but I think he's ready to play now, so we can just jump straight into it. As you see, I had Middle East scoring in my hand, so the choice of headline was pretty easy. I got away with it. Unfortunately, for the cost of giving him Europe. Okay. So my plan for this hand was to get rid of Middle East in the headline and to use the goal with the blockade. But now I probably need to enter France regardless. So I think I will actually hold blockade, especially because Red Scar Purge is gone in the discard pile. So I'm not really scared that I will get purged and blockade will be a terrifying option for me to play, and I will just use the goal for ops in France. It's way more efficient. And while socialists are gone, there is still Distal in the deck, there is still Suez Crisis in the deck, so I will have some cards to discard. The bad thing is, of course, that if I get Distal, I will have to discard it, and so I won't be able to hold it after to the turn 3 after the reshuffle, but, well, you have to choose something. Okay. That's surprising. He could Italy and then went just for Asia, not even getting himself a domination. I have in the Pakistani war, which means that I'm not really scared about him queuing Pakistan. I guess that's what I will do. I'm leaving France open because for as long as Truman is in the game, he can't really just wage the war, ops war in there, and I don't really want him to disturb my West Germany control. The perfect scenario is him using China to coup Pakistan and me taking it back with Indo-Pakistani war. I doubt he will do it, but well, you never know. I don't think I look suspicious. I don't think he suspects me of having Indo-Pakistani war because with his Afghanistan move he kind of forced me to go in there anyway, so... Okay, he just takes Korea, so let's just take India. Right? Yeah, I will have to get Milops somehow anyway. Probably by queuing Iraq with Cambridge 5. But I don't have to do it now. And in case I fail in the Pakistani war event, if he gets Pakistan, I would rather be in India first than let him take it. Fidel. Okay, that's understandable. let's try... Okay, let's just do that. I don't really want to get... Maybe not. I will gladly go to Iraq, but I think overprotecting Pakistan is more important, because if I happen to use Indo-Pakistani war to coup Iraq, for example, to get MILOPS and lower DEFCON, he could then just easily take Pakistan over with China card, and I wouldn't have any responses to that. Yeah, I think it's true, man. Unfortunately. I mean, it's a one-up, so I'm not going to complain about the fact that he got it. Just not a well-used Truman. Okay, he overprotects Italy, unfortunately. But obviously. Yeah, let's get Milops. And use containment on our AR6. Now, the problem is that DEFCON is free temporarily, but at the start of next turn, it will... Oh, maybe it won't go up to 4. And he has Nasser, and he didn't headline. That's good. Okay, is out of the game. That's sad. But it means that I can coup Iraq and ensure Asia domination. Of course, I give up Lebanon, but it's not as big of a deal because Middle East is already scored. Okay, let's just go all into Thailand to protect myself from both decolonization and Vietnam revolts. And that's a great hand. Like, really, it has no weaknesses. Maybe except Romanian abdication, which is annoying. But it's not that bad. So there are two options, Asia and NATO. Of course, NATO and Marshall Plan, that's what I meant. Okay. There are defectors in the deck. He may have them in his hand, but it's not a certainty. And the thing is that he can safely headline Europe, but if he doesn't have defectors, he doesn't know that. So he may not headline Europe just because he's scared, and he may go for Nasser or something like that. So I will just go for Marshall, and if he actually has Europe but doesn't headline it, he will be in a very awkward spot, because he would have to choose between couing, for example, Panama or Iran, probably Panama, and letting me just feel Greece, Turkey, and so on, and eventually getting a draw in Europe. And well, if he has decolonization, it kind of sucks, but if I headlined Asia, he would get a draw anyway, and if he headlines decolonization and takes over Thailand with just... Oh, he has Vietnam revolts, so okay. Never mind. Let's just get the influence and see what happens. I wonder if I should let him take Laos. If he could. If he just could. I think... No, I can't. Because, as I said, I'm going to put ups into Europe anyway, so I'm not dropping Asia right away. There's no way. Cool. With defectors. Okay, sure. That's interesting. That means that he probably doesn't have decal. If he had it, he probably would headline it instead of the Vietnam Revolt. Let's use a 4-up to take Greece. Overprotect Laos. How much damage can he do in Thailand using China? It would be worth 6 ups. So he would place first 2 for 4 ups, and he would have 2 left. So he could probably, if he wanted, he could just put if 4 influence into Thailand. I don't think I want to overprotect it, but I think I want to use a more measured card to play. I think I want to keep NATO just to be able to react. Because he headlined Vietnam Revolts, I'm somewhat assuming that he doesn't have decolonization, and I'm not really bothering by going to Angola right away, which may prove to be a mistake, but I hope it won't. He also has potentially enough desalinization fuel to not really be troubled by it. So I'm not really considering it a problem that I'm giving him Warsaw Pact. He could take one from Vietnam, he could take one from Finland, he could take one from Panama or Syria, or even 2 from Panama. I wonder what is his plan now. He doesn't have a good way of going about Southeast Asia, so maybe he will just grab Turkey and try to threaten, yeah, that. Sure. Let's uh, just equalize Europe. I'm sorry about that. It doesn't seem that he can easily win the battle, the country count in Europe. So I'm kind of intrigued by this play. I think if I were him, I would probably prefer just playing Nasser for event before I enter Egypt. I'm considering it all the time, so like I don't know, but maybe he's counting on me giving him Romanian abdication prematurely. There are like no good cards he could have to take advantage in Europe. There aren't even many cards with high ups, so I don't know. I think that was a mistake. I think he probably just has Europe and really wants to get a domination he clearly doesn't deserve. And I think he will just drop it now. Unless he has 5-year plan, but it's questionable whether he should use 5-year plan to drop +1 Europe, especially when he doesn't see Asia. Or maybe he's considering Nasser? No. Okay, so when I said there aren't many cards with high ups, I meant there's US Japan, but it's unplayable by him. But I guess when he has intervention, it's not as unplayable. However, it's still kind of a waste. Taking Finland just doesn't seem to be good. Okay, now the question is, do I want to go to Egypt with NATO, risking it, before dropping Asia? Is there any chance he does something sassy with China card? He could take Japan, that would be painful. But, like, will he? Huh. Well, okay. Let's say it's something for something. If he plays Nasser for event now, then I can take Algeria. He started taking but didn't eventually capture. So I guess I will get that. And it's a safer play. And he's still maybe holding Europe. Maybe he's really waiting for me to give him Romanian abdication. It's not really absurd of him to do that. Nasser? Okay. So do I take Algeria or do I have something more interesting to do? Yeah, I think I have to take Algeria. And do I enter Angola? I probably have to. I didn't see Deco or Distal, so there's probably no point in staying out of there. And unfortunately, he will get Romanian abdication with Europe domination from me, but it's not like I can choose not doing that at this point. If I'm lucky, he really has Europe. My read was correct, and he will just drop it now. But well, I'm not really counting on that. That's just a possible optimistic scenario. And there are still independent reds in the deck, unaccounted for. Five-year plan. Okay. Sure. So unfortunately you can have your Europe domination, at least temporarily. And let's see if you can hold it. Okay. He got this though, that's nasty. And he rolled a 6 in Panama earlier, so I can't really contest South America with my cards. Which means that he will have an easy time there. So what's the plan for this turn? Well, the first thing that comes to my mind is that I don't really have a good headline. Unless... Wait, okay, wait. Okay, so there are like two scenarios. One is bad and boring, which is headlining Europe. And like, who likes to headline enemy domination like that? And he is holding independent reds, so like, why would I do it? Yeah, and he will probably need to use Europe as his diesel fuel, and he would want to do that to have independent reds for free, so I'm not giving him early Europe. I can either headline NORAD, because I already have Canada, and socialists are gone, so he may have them, but he probably doesn't. And I can use NORAD to break Turkey after his coup. Because I suspect he will headline captured Nazi scientists, to be honest. And then I can score Europe for 1 for him. That's good. Or I can go for 5-year plan and count on miraculously taking out Distal, which probably won't happen, and if I get Asia or something like that, I will cry. So, well, maybe he won't draw Quagmire immediately at the start of round 4. Let's see. Yeah, those are Nazi scientists, and it's my NORAD. So, do you coup, my dear Soviet enjoyer? Do you let me play Europe for free? That's the question of the day for you. Wow, he had socialists anyway. Oh, and he does that. Yeah. So, I guess that really ends speculations about getting Europe draw. But that wasn't useless. It got me a coup. So it will probably be performed with 5-year plan. Right? I could also use Comic-Con. He has a fuel anyway. And if he doesn't distill immediately, I could use 5-year plan to try to catch it. Okay, let's see. Does he know about Comic-Con and 5-year plan? I believe he doesn't know about either of those cards because both appeared earlier. Okay. So, I need 4 to take him out of Panama, 5 to get myself in there, and 6 to gain control of it immediately. So 4 is a big success, and 5 is a huge success, and 6 is just good. 6 is even better than good because it also disables him from putting distal influence there. And if I coup in Libya, it basically doesn't give me much unless I roll at least a 5. And it's less meaningful because it's in the Middle East. Well, I really need this roll. Yeah. This game doesn't seem to be better than the last one in this regard. I mean, cards I get are okay, but this time rolls are standing in my way. We'll see what we can do to fight it. I went to South Korea and not something like South Africa or Angola or something like that to make him use a turn repairing it, hopefully, so I can try to fish desalinization with my 5-year plan. That's the idea. I think I'm going for that. Suez Crisis, alright. In theory, he may have deck and cover. It's not probable though, so well. Okay, that's a really bad card. Yeah, I think he will distal now. There is not much for him to do, unless he has melee scoring or something like that, but I doubt it. Yeah, it's distal. Of course, getting himself... Whoa. He chose Indonesia over Mexico? Okay, that means I probably can't score Europe right away. I have to at least establish a domination and put at least 1 point in Mexico. If he has Asia scoring, that would be that would give me some hope. Of course. Okay. So nothing to do here. Here's Olympic Games and 1 secret card, which probably is not scoring. I imagine if he had Asia scoring, he would at least try taking Japan with the China card, and he's clearly not interested in that. So, of course, decode space. I can't really play Korean War for event, if anything else, at least because he doesn't have mill-ups. So I will gladly take those 2 VPs. So I have to space something, and decode is a card I almost never want to play, and Korean War is a card that maybe I will want to play if I really need those 2 ups. And he got defectors again. Yeah, that's annoying because that establishes temporary Asia draw, and so it means that, and I won't be able to fix that immediately because I want to do things such as getting Africa domination and central presence first. Okay. Those are terrible cards. But those are terrible cards we can kind of work with. So, yeah. 2 1-ups, 3 2-ups, a 3-up and 3 scorings is not something you nearly ever want to see. But if we can get Africa domination right away, and then Asia domination, and then get some points from Southeast Asia scoring, while completely ignoring the board because we have absolutely no ups to use, then maybe we can do something about that. This Lone Gunman is really a bad card too, but well, we just have to wait for Kennedy. Of course, I headline Africa scoring because technically he can always have an event that breaks something I headline. But with Africa, he doesn't even need headline. He just cruise Angola or Zaire by default, and it always hurts. So I have to get rid of it before AR1. Of course, I have nuclear subs, so... Jesus Christ! Come on! Let's break that and Croatia. Yeah. Of course, the thing about nuclear subs is that it's a great card to get Africa domination or even control, but in this scenario I don't even have cards to use, really. It's just nothing. So I can't really rely on it. And I have too many scorings to drop. If I headlined nuclear subs, like half of my turn would have to be wasted on just playing scoring cards. Well, what can I say? Let's at least be annoying about it. I want to play Panama Canal Returned anyway because it grants me influence in Venezuela and Panama, and that's especially important when I have NORAD. So I would do that anyway, so I might just as well do it right now and temporarily break his South America domination. I can also use it to distract him, for example, by putting an influence in Colombia. I'm not even sure if I want to do that. Now we might start analyzing what's going on. Jesus. E4 up. Okay. Okay, so I don't know if he has that scoring. Here's the thing. I'm kind of fucked on the map, but I'm on 16. So if I could get 2 from Southeast Asia and 2 from space, I could end this game this turn. The question is, do I just ignore everything and space cards and try to get to that? Or do I try to get South America presence by entering Colombia? I think the first option is fine. I think I will go for it. So the idea behind... Oh my god, okay, so my plan has already failed because, of course, when it comes to space, I suddenly stop rolling ones and start rolling 5s while he scores South America for 10. Well, that didn't work. Yeah. That sucks. I guess when Fiddle is gone, I can at least go to Central America and not let him score that for gajillion points. So the thing about spacing Fiddle was that if I rolled a4, for example, and I succeeded, he would probably be really tempted to space as well. But, well, since I have failed, there's nothing for him to respond to, really. The card we know he has is Olympic Games, so... Oh, wait, no, he used it. I don't know why I missed it. Okay, so we don't know anything. Yeah. Okay, let's get rid of it. It's a problem because I probably have to give him Korean War. Unless he does something really weird, like... I don't know, maybe he has Salt and he will increase Defcon, or he gives me Kennedy. But other than that, I can't play Gunman, so I have to play Korean War. And he succeeds, of course. So the question is, do I play it right away or do I wait for Miracles Kennedy? I will wait for Miracles Kennedy. I will just go to Saharan states over protect Angola. I could also enter Jordan, that would be not bad. But not having seen either South African unrest or technically I could even nuclear subs now. Because I don't have Milops. And I can probably get a Nigeria with high probability. Okay. Let's do that. I didn't even consider that, but now when I look at it, it became obvious. I wanted to enter Saharan states to force him to coup one of the non-battlegrounds, but and he got that, and he hits space track. Great. Well, let's see if he wins this too. He didn't. Let's go Nigeria. Okay. That's some kind of a change, and it's a change for the better, that's for sure. This is a insanely strong hand. I'm not really sure how well I will be able to take advantage of it. But I'm certainly not going to complain. Alright. Two non-scored regions, Central and Middle East. Muslim revolution in my hand, so he can't really just score Middle East without my presence. I could use ABM right away, but firstly, if I use it later during the turn and I don't get quagmired, then NORAD will trigger twice, so that gives me better value than just using it now. And secondly, there are still many good 2-op in the deck, despite him having Space, Colonial and Camp David already. So, for example, if he has grain sales to Soviets, or Nixon, or puppets, or voice, I will gladly take that. Okay, that's a weird choice of headline. So, either he's kind of scared and desperate for points, which I wouldn't think is the case, or this was his only 4-op, he doesn't have Missile Envy, and he has Duck and Cover, and he wanted to trap me with a Defcon Suicide. Or this was just his only reasonable headline, because maybe he has a really blue hand, and now when he's paired, he's in big trouble. I hope it's one of the... I hope it's the last option, of course, but... And Summit played as the first card in his turn is really indicatory of that. So that's good. I would like to take Burma someday, but I think he would start with that and not with Who Will Bury You, unless he has that. But no, that's not my priority. I think I will start with a cultural, because if he really has a bad hand and everything looks like he really has a bad hand, then he's probably going to play China card during the turn, and I want to get rid of cultural now before he plays China. So let's realign Mexico. This is an important country. unfortunately, the dice are still trolling me. So that doesn't really give me anything. Yes, of course. Now I'm starting to think about playing Tehran. I mean, now I'm starting to doubt that there's point in doing that. Let's try to get control of Central America. That's a potential game changer. Okay, that's good. Do I go for Angola or North Korea? That's important. He was really protective of South Korea, so I guess I might poke a little bit. Now it's just free. When Korean War is gone, there's always a possibility of me just going there with ops. Okay, that's something I have to react to. Do I go with flower power? Yeah, why not? Do I go to Haiti right away to establish domination? Or do I go to South Korea? Or Angola? That's still an option. Let's go for Haiti. Let him be scared. If he coups Haiti, then I will just use Muslim to enter Nicaragua, fix Iran, and put another point to South Korea. He may still have Central in his hand, so he may be not really pleased about this play, if that's the case, of course. There's no way for me to know that. Arab Israeli is really annoying. I mean, it's absolutely unplayable in this case. There's no way I'm playing that. I have to space it. So it's just one turn out of my schedule this turn. If he takes a break to space something, for example, Kennedy or Yusuri or something like that, then I will just respond by spacing the war. I can't play it because it puts Israel in danger. It also gives him 2 points with flower power. It also gives him mill-ups. It's just very bad. Arms race probably goes for event. What can I really discard with Tehran that would be good for me? Brush War for sure. What about Salt? Salt is probably decent as long as NORAD is in play, so I will not complain. So Brush War, probably. No, UN is not really bad for me. I have Gunman, so it's Brush War, and it's OPEC is very bad. Quagmire is very bad. Jay is pretty bad. Whoa. Okay. That's a weird play. Yeah, that's a good moment to give him Muslim Revolution. Please take it, my friend. Yeah. So it's 2 in Iran, of course, 1 in Panama, of course, and now the decision is between Angola and Nicaragua. I'm not really sure. Like, To be fair, if he had Che, he would have could Cameroon and Haiti without a problem. So it's not like I'm giving him targets, and if he gets a draw in Central, I won't cry about it. But now, if he doesn't have Che, he will have to. Now, if he doesn't have Che, queuing only Haiti won't grant him an equalizer there. Okay, he spaces, so let's try to prevent him from spacing again. And that's a failure again. If he spaces Kennedy, but actually, like, is it bad for me if he spaces Kennedy? Yeah. Okay. That's annoying. That's the reason why I wanted to go to Angola, but I never did. Let's use arms race. The problem is that if he hits one more space track point, let's say, he's okay. He won't be able to. Oh, that's such a good joke. He won't be able to space 2-ups again, and that is potentially very scary for him, because there's still brain sales, there's still voice. It would be abysmal for him to give me any of that. Okay, do I use Junta as my AR6, AR7, or do I try to fish out OPEC, Quag, Che, Brezhnev, Rush War with my men in Tehran? Let's be annoying with Junta. If this coup is successful, of course it's 1, so it's not. But if it was successful, then it would take out his presence there. Okay, I got some good cards and some very bad cards, but it's not that bad that I got some bad cards, because for him they would be very good cards. So Quack and OPEC are not cards I'm willing to give him for any price, probably. It's just abysmal. So I'm glad I will be able to discard them, hopefully. This looks like a hand to Sylph Quagmire, really. And his hand is probably very blue. At best neutral, at best. But I'm not really even sure about that. So, what do I do? So like, in the Pakistani war is annoying, but it just gives him two VPs, and well, I can live with that, I guess. So I can space OPEC and hold Quagmire, so it never comes back after the reshuffle. I will also give him Willy Brandt, but that's whatever, and Brezhnev, but that's whatever as well. So I can headline either duck and cover, containment, or puppet governments. Our man in Tehran does nothing interesting, so I will just use it for ops. If I headline containment, that gives me like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 ops. That's not bad. What can I do with puppets? I can go to Guatemala, Colombia, and like Uruguay, probably. Maybe Botswana, but nothing serious. Or Greece, maybe, but yeah, that's all. Yeah, going to Greece wouldn't be bad, but I'm not sure if it's worth it. If I headline duck and cover, it's just fine, but it doesn't give me anything considering NORAD. and it just enables him to take Mexico with ops. What will he headline? If he headlines Missile Envy, that's very bad for me. Like Missile Envy is seriously bad. I have 5 cards to choose from, and every single one of them is very bad. In that case, I probably just give him... No, I can't give him Quack, come on. To be fair, if he headline, I probably go for Duck and Cover, and if he headlines Missile Envy, I give him Containment. That's probably the way I have to go. Which sucks. I think I should stop analyzing bad scenarios. It makes them happen more often. Trust me, I'm a mathematician, I know that. So the thing is, he doesn't even have to Kuno because I played Duck, so he can like break Panama with Containment and like use a 4-up or a China card, which is also a 4-up, and take both Mexico and Panama and get domination. Probably temporarily, but still not a nice thing to happen. Yeah. Who would have thought? Okay, I would gladly use puppet governments, but that's not something I can do. So the question is, do I use them for influence and enter Guatemala to stop the domination? Or do I coup Haiti to leave Guatemala empty, and after he coups Nicaragua or Haiti again or something like that, I use puppet governments for event and go to like Uruguay, Greece, and Guatemala. That's crazy. Are you serious? And he will just like score Central America for what? 4-ups? VPs? Yeah. Just because I rolled the number 1. Jesus fucking Christ. I'm starting to hate this game. What is this? Okay. Okay. I'm giving him Willy Brandt regardless. So let's maybe just go to Zaire and... Or maybe I don't really have to protect Zaire. If I headline puppets and something like that, he still has to deal with Guatemala. If he just takes Zaire with pure brute force, then I would realign Mexico. He probably doesn't want that to happen. Do I go to Burma? Do I go to Colombia? Do I go to Uruguay? Zimbabwe? Let's go to Uruguay. Access is always more threatening. Salt for influence. Okay, he's really scared about Europe, which means that I can just realign Mexico. Okay. At least one thing that worked. I could try realigning Angola, but like, it's not that if I fail, it doesn't matter. It really matters to because of NORAD. So I won't do that. I'll probably just go for Argentina. Oh my god! If I chose Angola, I would get it, but well, happens. He still has to get his meal-ups, so that's another reason for quitting Guatemala and not taking Greece. Okay, kitchen debates not active. Was it far off? One. Yeah, it was pretty far off. Let's go to space. We'll never get to space. Like, no, I won't make a prediction. I won't. I won't. I'm not going to say what happens now. Did he get just all the neutral cards? So, like, OAS, Sadat, Grain Sales, John Paul, Nixon, Voice of America, Alliance for Progress, East European Unrest, Usury River Skirmish, US-Japan Pact. This is just all going to appear after reshuffle? Jesus. Is there a way for me to prevent him from getting mill-ups this turn? Well, let's try poking. With plays like that, he's really, like, asking me to not let him coup. And, like, it may seem like a waste of turn to use a 2-up to get one into North Korea, but not even mentioning the fact that it prevents him from cooing, it also enables me to have a potential NORAD target there. Okay, he gives me Egypt. That's good. Can I still prevent him from cooing? For example, like that. This, if he has, okay, I will do that. It's the bad thing about this is that if he is able to take control of Panama again and put something into Egypt, for example, like 2-ops or even 3-ops, then this is kind of a waste. Oh, okay. This is the way he gets. Oops. Okay. Sure. Let's take Panama then. But there is a chance that he just lets me get control. I guess that's what I will do. Okay. He got lots of blue cards. I have to headline Grain, basically. I have to shorten his hand. And I have to do it before he starts playing the good cards he has. Good for him, I mean. This hand is not really good, it's not really bad either. I think I got... I probably got better part of the cards that are left in the deck. But like, all the cards left in the deck, except Portuguese Empire Crumbles, were blue, and some were neutral. So this is like really unlucky as well. But I basically don't get to play grain sales twice this game. Voice of America will not be played twice as well. Of course, probably Panama. I would guess so. Technically there are other options, but I highly doubt you would choose any of them. That's good news. Okay! Finally, something good happened. Okay. Both the failure of his brush war and me gaining US-Japan mutual defense pact. Those are two really, really huge victories. Now, the question is, what do I do? So, of course, the problem with queuing is that I don't get NORAD, blah blah. But I don't think I care that much about NORAD. But, yeah. That's for sure. The real question is, do I coup Argentina or do I coup Angola? That's the real question. Queen Angola is not as big of a swing as Queen Argentina, but Queen Argentina has like is much less likely to give me something. So I get something in Angola, like for sure, and I have 50-50 when it comes to getting something out of Argentina. If he has domination with 3 battlegrounds versus my 1, he will still get 5 points from South America scoring, so that's like 5 points per scoring. So it's 10 points in a scoring and in final scoring. If I get Angola, I probably keep Africa domination. Instead of losing Africa domination, I have much more influence on South America. I get to... If I get Botswana, then, well, I can realign it. Portuguese Empire becomes nearly a free card. And he can't take Zayu from me that easily. And it's certain. I feel really bad about it. Yeah, I think the correct play, unfortunately, is taking Angola. It seems that in this case, taking Argentina could have been more beneficial, but, well, what am I gonna do? I can't really predict where my rolls land. Oh, of course, another argument for going for Argentina was that if I succeed, Alliance for Progress gives me 4 points. Okay, that's surely enough of going to space for you, my friend. Okay, he will most certain. Wait, he has the OAS he has to play, and if he plays it with UN intervention, firstly he gives me a bonus turn, and secondly he has to play Usury River Skirmish for event as well. So he's kind of in trouble. East European unrest, gladly. Normally I wouldn't be like very happy about it, but in this case he's really in trouble when it comes to ops, and he has John Paul II in his hand, and he has to play it basically. There's like no way for him to hold it. So his European unrest is probably pretty annoying for him because now uh, the Pope breaks Poland, and it gives me NORAD influence there. So that's another reason to be happy. Yeah, the grain sales proved to be a huge game changer once more. Once again. Zaire or not? No. Okay. He's really conservative about his Africa. And I really get it. I would be behaving this way as well if I had his help. So the thing is, I really want to just like open Argentina with nuclear test ban. Just go in there and wreak havoc. But well, okay, he's so weak that there is probably no point in overprotecting Zaire, and the chances of him having Africa scoring are so slim. But I don't think I care. I will just go there. I have to take advantage of the fact that he's so weak. Because honestly, there may be no other chance like this game. So I will just do whatever I can to maximize my gain this turn. It's not like my hand is amazing, but his is really bad. Unfortunately, the card I didn't know about was his salt that he drew once more. So his Argentina is safe for now, unless I decide to play the China card. And okay, actually I like that idea, because he has usury, so he will give me back the China card regardless. Like, yeah, I will break Argentina and he will just put usury there and give me China back, and I could play it once more. But then he just has to give it to me. If I really want to take Argentina, I can just do it by force. Do I want it this badly? Um, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 5 ARs. I really want to event our man in Tehran. Uh, yeah, I think I will have another chance at doing something in South America after he plays OES. So I will just stop for a little bit and get rid of some annoying cards. Those two are really questionable. The common opinion is that Junta is better for USSR, so I will get rid of it. IBM is probably better for me after I have NORAD, so I will keep it. The thing about Junta is that it really helps me to break his South America control, but it also really helps him in breaking my Central America control. So despite me really wanting to get Junta, I won't get baited into accepting it as a card. Yeah, that's for sure. And That's for sure. I don't think I need Indonesian. Arab-Israeli war and Che were really annoying as well. So I'm glad I got rid of them. Now is probably a good time to go to Argentina. He now has 3 cards, which are John Paul II, OAS, and UN intervention. So those are not good cards for him. Okay, I got the Pope. Probably 2 to Argentina. No, 2 to Poland. Okay, so he gave up. I mean, he gave up Argentina. He unfortunately didn't give up the game yet. But we're working on that. There's no way for him to reclaim Argentina, so I will take the time and just take back the China card and let him do what he wants, because he will most likely be playing UN intervention with OAS, and if he does that, then I will have certain 2 turns, one after the other, to do whatever I wish. Yeah. Argentina? Yep. Okay. So, I probably don't want to space now. I need to improve my presence. Or, okay, don't I want to space? Like, I really want to improve my presence on the map. But I also would like to... No, I don't care. I really need... Oh my god, I really want to... I need to space, but I don't think it takes precedence over my presence on the map. So I will just accept the fact that he sees my headline. I think I would space if I were certain that I will succeed, but the space track is consistently trolling me during this game. And it's obvious that I can just as well. I have 1/3 of just failing, and that would be very painful. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just take Argentina to have presence in South America, give him that as well, and take Africa domination, and see what happens. Okay, that's interesting. This is not a bad hand. Let's be clear. It's potentially good. Yeah, I think I like it. It's very tricky if he has war games, but I believe I can pull it off. And I think turn down this wall is a really good headline here. So, of course, it's another situation where I will prevent myself from getting OPEC. But there is huge value in not letting him coup Central America if he wanted to. I'm not sure if he would do that. I mean, going for Zaire seems to be more reasonable, but not letting him coup Zaire is even a bigger win for me. So yeah, I will gladly lower DEFCON. And I have Europe, so of course if I manage to successfully coup Italy, then it's a huge gain for me. Solidarity as elements of surprise to score Europe afterwards seems good. Glasnost to trigger OPEC and get a coup, for example in the Middle East or in South America, or maybe in Africa if there is a reason to, hopefully not. That's another good one. OPEC is tragic, goes to space, unless I get North Sea oil, but probably goes to space. Pershing won't be able to go to space, Quagmire will have to be held. So I will probably give him Pershing. There are some problems if he headlines like Aldrich Ames, or if he headlines The Reformer, but, well, there are always counterplays in this game, so let's just hope he doesn't do that. Gunman, okay. That's good, that's good, that's good. Not only because I won't draw him, but also because that doesn't really make my situation much worse immediately. Yeah. Fuck! Fucking rolls. Well, so he will surely not let me get away with Europe. He will just fix it, and it's not a big deal for him. The more interesting issue is the question of Central America, which he knows I have, but also his situation there is pretty tragic. I suspect that he will just fix the Germany with lone gunmen, and then coup Nicaragua and try to fight me on country count in Central. And I'm not really sure if I'm even able to stop him in any way, because I just have so many troublesome cards in my hand, but I don't really see an option of fighting for that. I would gladly take some useless two-ops over, like OPEC, Quagmire, Pershing. Pershing maybe is not bad enough. I mean, no, Pershing is pretty bad too. It breaks West Germany. It takes over protection from the UK and lets him play a special relationship without harming his Italy. It breaks Canada, so I don't really get value from NORAD unless I fix it. Pershing is very bad, so I don't really have anything to coup with, which makes me really doubt if I can even get something more than draw in Central. Yeah, of course. Notice that if he rolled 1 here, like I did with Missile Envy, then he would have suffered terribly. Well, not gonna happen. What's up with countries in Europe? He has 6, I have 5. I would have to take over one of them. I'm really tempted to fight for Europe. Like, really tempted. I surely can't fight for both. If he uses Pershing to break Germany, UK and Canada, I just have to fix that. Those are all, like, must have. OPEC unplayable, Quagmire unplayable. Glasnost only for event to coup. Solidarity and Alliance for Progress for events. I have no cards to play for ops. Unless I just ignore what he does with Pershing. And, like, do what exactly? Take Egypt? And Czechoslovakia? No, but silly. And I pretty much have to play Alliance for VPs. Okay. I'm not fighting for Central, so I can drop Central. Let's start with that. That's really sad that I don't think there is a way for me with this hand to get something more there. And this hand looks like it might get him reasonably close to Wargames territory, so let's start with getting away from there as far as we're able to with our limited options. It's of course really annoying because Egypt is up for grabs. Okay, that's interesting. He asks me a question about fate of South America, and I think the only answer is going Venezuela and finding out. I wish it was 5, but 4 is good enough, I'm not gonna complain. If it was 5, I could also use NORAD to either break up Uruguay so he can't rely on Argentina, or to break East Germany and force him to fix it. But, well, at least I got a battleground, which is good. And also, it's another point for Alliance for Progress, which is even better. Okay, he just realigns. Okay. Yeah, it was too beautiful for a split second. Okay, now I feel like I don't have to fix Canada after he breaks it. Or maybe I can not fix UK. Maybe he won't even think about UK and take points away from France to get NORAD out of there, or Greece to get NORAD out of there, or France because it's a battleground, or Benelux to break it, or whatever. We'll see. Nope, he did the correct thing, unfortunately. West Germany for sure. Yeah, let's take Canada and what's up with and Argentina? That sucks, but well. Can I fail realignments again? I would gladly see that happen. Whoa. Not for events. I really need that. Do I just play China? Do I like pick Paraguay, Argentina, and Egypt and like ignore the world. Maybe this is what I do after all. Like, maybe I have to. I really don't like that. I really don't like that. But I like that. I don't like that a little bit less because of the fact that Gunman is gone. I still don't like that because Ortega is potentially a killer card, especially after I space Quagmire and get to the 4th space. But, well, I can't have everything. I have to play something. I really want to hold on to Argentina. Okay, Ortega is gone. That's some good news in this terrible world. Yeah, I really can't respond to that in any way, so I will just so I'll play Alliance for Progress without enough ops to really deal with that. Really, whatever. Like, yeah, I will break that and see if he can fix it. He probably can. He got what he wanted just by having enough cards to play and being annoying about it. Well, good for him, I guess. Now the situation looks pretty scary. It would be a huge amount of luck if he didn't have enough to either fix Poland or just break with Germany. I'm not even counting on that, but well, we'll see. Yeah, he has way more than he. I mean, he has enough. Okay, so he gets that as well. Yeah, we got war games, but that's the only good thing about that is that he didn't. The only of this headline is bear trap, so I won't waste any time by pondering it. If I get Aldrich Aims now, then it's going to be really hard to manage this hand. I'm probably going to self Quagmire despite having NORAD in play. Yeah, of course. There's not much I can do about that either. War games probably just get discarded, and yeah, I have to Quagmire myself then first, like no other way. Arms race actually goes out of my hand first, and of course he's out immediately. Yeah. Great. Let's Kulibia, I guess. Maybe I was too greedy with solidarity. Maybe I should have given up on Europe and but I don't know. Yeah, maybe it was a mistake on my part. Maybe I should have just taken Venezuela. Oh my lord. Yeah, whatever you say. Let's get that and that. Terrorism. Discarding miraculously OPEC and Quagmire. Please. I'm not giving him an easy out of Africa. However, I have hand management trouble. I'm not even sure if I will be able to reasonably hold on to my domination there. I will probably use Quagmire to capture Japan, because Japan is out of the game anyway, and I need Asia domination, and see what he does. All the cards I have in my hand are bad, so yeah, sure. He wastes his time, at least, by breaking my NORAD, not knowing that I'm going to solve this problem for him right now. Yeah, let's do that. Technically, it looks like I may have a shot at winning this in final scoring. But I would need... Oh my god. I would need at least a decent arrangement of scorings. Okay, if he is able to take Asia, then... I mean Japan, then my chances are shrinking. Because then I would basically need Africa appearing and Middle East not appearing. Which is... Wait, can he just take it over? Yep, sure. Was like another perfect hand for him. Sure. Yeah, I guess I'm spacing that. Does he have North Sea oil too? No. I win only if I roll 6, there's no way, so I will just break it, probably. Or maybe I won't break that, maybe I should break something else, maybe I will break that. Or that. ballistic threatens something. Purge is good. Okay, does Chernobyl give me the victory here? I have like... Oh, okay, I don't have 0 ops, but I don't have many ops. So Chernobyl as a headline. Then special to Italy. And 2 extra ops to Italy. That's 2 ARs, and I would have to use special for that, and let's say I run control. Then I would need to break Poland with that, use that, use that, and that. And I think I'm 1 op off. I literally have 1 op too little to do something about it. Okay, so purge or special? Or duck? Yeah, I'm not even... Whatever. That's another reason why... Okay, I guess that's good that I didn't have enough ops to use Chernobyl, because I would headline it and then ABM would just be used to overprotect Europe and I wouldn't get anything done. I mean, I could have used Chernobyl to get Asia. I guess I should have done it anyway. Maybe that was my mistake. Just assuming that the only place I can use Chernobyl in is Europe, because now he can use ABM to fix. I don't know. Whatever. I'm probably not playing this game optimally at this point. And like I'm not even sure. I'm kind of low on time, and I can't really decide. Is special relationship, Chernobyl, Red Scare Purge, or Duck and Cover the best headline here? It's just really close call between those 4. Like ABM counters all of them except Purge. Okay, that doesn't really help. That's a fucking disaster. I have to take Botswana. I have no other way of protecting my Angola existence. And I'm in a bad spot, so I just have to assume that he has Africa. If he doesn't, then I guess it's GG anyway. So I will just assume that he has it. If he has it, then it's probably GG anyway as well. I just don't have enough good cards to turn this game around. This IBM treaty was so huge for him. I could Space Reformer. Space? Oh yeah, he just... Yeah, and he hits that. Jesus Christ! Oh yeah. If he didn't hit this space roll, I think I could have won, but now it's probably just over. I can't imagine me winning after he just got another 3 points. Okay, of course. So I still have to space that. It was a 4 VP swing that he hit that space roll. So probably doesn't change who wins the game. What do I need? Stand for him. Yeah, I just don't have places on map to get points. I can get central control and that's not even close to being enough. It seems that he doesn't have Africa either. So yeah, it's basically pointless. He's getting the last move as well because he drew terrorism. Yeah, it's just over. Containment, great. And no Africa for me. Yeah, of course. Yeah, so I guess that's the end of this tough and emotionally loaded game. Finally. And it's another long one. Just as previous one. I hope you enjoyed it more than I did. Because it was really painful to play. Well, thanks for watching and I will see you next time.